Hello everyone, this is Alejandra Gomez with creatingwithali.com, and today I want to share with you three masculine birthday cards that I designed using the well suited, although I gotta be honest, it's not really the suite per se. I'm using the dies and the paper. So the dies are this one, which are the ones that are super popular. You can be making like suits and shirts and whatnot for masculine guys. Well, I shouldn't say masculine, for guys. and so I thought it would be great to do something else. Now, I'm not going to be really creating suits. I thought it would be nice just to use some of the elements from my cards and give you some ideas. I also going to be mixing it with one of the stamp sets that is called You Are Amazing, because I thought that this sentiment of the happy birthday was really nice, and I think all of those could go really well for masculine cards, but I thought of birthdays because I'm actually needing birthday cards, and so I thought I would do that. I would use that one. Now there is a stamp set that goes really well with that, and I'm seeing the it's from the January through June catalog. If you see this is the page 66, and you can see how cute these are. So I think that will be really cute to make. And here's the suit that I was referring to. But like I said, I'm gonna try to do something different. And the stamp set is this one, but I'm gonna be honest, I didn't get the set. I only got the dice because I thought the dice will be great for different occasions. I'm thinking also for like graduation and whatnot. Usually those cards will be really great, especially for the guys. And also for like weddings, if you have like a friend of yours that is getting married. So I thought that will be really great as well. But again, I got the dice, not really and I don't know why, I'll be honest, because I think that all the sentiments would be really nice. And as I was creating my cards, I thought it would be great to have that stamp set with the bow and the tie. And then again, I have no clue why I decided not to get it. But also on this collection, there is a great designer series paper, which definitely that's one of the things that I love from any suite, because that way I can come up with so many ideas. And of course this one could go for so many themes, but again, we're doing masculine cards, so I thought it would be great to use those. So let me start flipping the camera before I continue. And in the meantime, let me know from where you're watching me. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi, Carol. Let me just see a few of you that I've seen. Hi, Kay. Hi, Susan. I'm so excited to see you here. Eva, I'm excited to see you here. So anyway, let me start flipping the camera. And you, yeah, so we can get started. So give me a second here. Let's just go here. All right, so, okay, I think that should be, oops, sorry. So anyway, so as I was saying, we are going to be using the products from page 66 and 67. And you can see it here. And like I mentioned, that little shirt looks really nice. And of course, the suit looks really amazing. When I think of my dad, I always think of him with a suit. He used to go to work every single day with a suit and tie. So when I saw this card, I definitely thought of my dad with that one. And so here's the paper. I have here just, I don't even know what I did with the rest, but here is just a few pieces of it. Let me see, because I know I was oh, here it is. So you can see some of the patterns here. And these are the scraps that I've been using. But you can see here really well for, there you go. See, I have 4 here. You can see the other ones. All of the different designs are really great. And though it is for men, you can still see there's a few of the florals as well. But again, all of them really, really nice. Oh, I just threw one. Hold on. And here's the other one. So all of them are really great. And I know you can use them for so many other themes, not just for the men in your life. But of course, I always like having the one, let me just bring this one back for a second. The one pack that is all about men, right? One thing that I wanted to make sure is, as I was using the dies, and the design series paper, one of the things that I did is I cut my paper and then I did this tie. I really didn't like how it looked. If you can see, I don't know, maybe this is my OCD side, but it was kind of like not really on the center. And so I didn't like it. So I actually recut this one, and let me just show you here how it looks. Here it is, where I flip the paper this way. And I know I kind of messed up because now I always hate when I do this because I feel like I waste the paper this way when I cut it. But look at how different it looks. Definitely, I like this one better when it looks more like a random, where this one, it just seems like a line and it's not even straight. So that's just something that sometimes I think about. You might not even notice, but in my head it was like, I wish I've done it differently. So the only point I want to say is, as you're cutting your paper, make sure how you want to use it, because I promise you, you might be looking into other different things as you go. So anyway, so here's that. And so let's just start with card number 1. And of course, you know me, I already kind of have everything cut out, because usually it's 3 cards, so definitely want to make sure I have enough time to share it with you. And so for this one, and let me get situated. So here is my this one's, because I know usually I'm starting to lose everything as I go, so let's just go from there. Here it is. So I have everything here. You saw it, because I'm always losing it. So, all right. So for this side, you can see I am picking 3 different colors. Actually 2 colors of the, well, no, 3. I have 3 different design series papers. So I have this one with the stripes, this one with the diamonds, and then I have this one where I cut out the bow. And again, I'm using the dies from here, so I use this one. And measurements from this, it is 1.5, by 5, and this one is, it should be 5 1/2. However, I always leave it a little bit longer, because I know I'm going to be lining it up here, and I want a little bit more so that I can cut it out. And sometimes when I am gluing exactly, if I get a little bit crooked, then I don't cover something. So I like to make them a little bit longer, and you can see here, it's not even 1/8. As you can see here, it's not even 1/8. Here. And I know that I'm going to be cutting it out. That way I make sure everything is covered. And this one is, I want to say that it's 1 1/8 by, I think it's the same measurements, like 5.5 and a little bit longer than that. Again, same reason, I'm going to be gluing it and then cutting the excess. And for this one, I have a piece of smoky slate, and this one is 2.5 by 5 3/8. And I've already ran this one through the Big Shot with the dainty diamonds, which you can see here. Really nice. I love this one. I feel like this one goes really well with the well suit. I don't even know if it's part of that collection. I don't think it is. I think it was, yeah, no, I don't, it's not part of it. For a second I thought maybe it is, but it's not. So anyway, but I thought that with the diamonds, it kind of looks really well for the, for like suits and, you know, like men. And then I have a piece of basic white, and this one is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then I already die cut navy blue with the So Sweetly dies. And you can see here the Night of Navy and then the Whisper White. Now I'm going to be using this one throughout all my cards. It's the same one. And only on this one I'm using this other one. But again, both of them come from the same set. And if you don't know which one it is this one. This is by far one of my favorites. I feel like this one and the Stitch Sheet Frameless are one of those that have become kind of like my staples, because I use them all the time for my cards. I feel like you can definitely make a lot. But quite honestly, always, when you're looking for your dies, try to get the ones that have labels. Because I feel like those are the ones that you end up using a lot more, and it helps you go more creative. Usually you can change any of the shapes, right? Like if a sketch is calling for a circle, you can add one of those, and same for these. So definitely, that's one of the things that I love to do. And so for my card base, I have Night of Navy, and of course this is 8.5 by 5.5, but I have already scored at 1 1/4, and at 4 1/4, which is the half of a card. So this one you don't have to do, but this one for sure you probably want to score it. And so for this, I'm just going to go ahead and use your bone folder, and then we're going to be folding this one like so. And so this is where I'm going to be adding my paper, as you can see here. And this one will go right there. So you can see how it starts looking. And I'm going to be having this one like right there. You see that? It kind of looks really nice. And I want to be adding the label here, the birthday, and then the bow. So you can see it's super easy to make once you have everything cut out, right? So let's just stamp on this one, and I'm going to be using the same sentiment for all. Like I mentioned, I wanted to get birthday cards. I have, I need to make some masculine cards. This is how I came with the theme for this week's Facebook Live. And so I'm going to be using this one out of the You Are Amazing stamp set, which is also part of the January through June catalog. But this one is part of a kit. Now, instead of showing you the kit, I decided let's just use this one for your own cards. So anyway, for this one, I set up the Stamparados, as you can see here. Mainly because I know I'm going to be using the same sentiment with the same, with the same die. And so I thought, let's just use that one. And this is one of the things that I love about the Stamparados. One of the things is that you ink it, put it with your paper. And of course, I have here the paper, the grid paper for the Stamparados. I stamp it, and then I use the frame, and then just make sure I put it there where I want it. So that the next time I just put my die set here, or the die cut here, and then when I stamp, I know it's going to go exactly on that position. So because I'm going to be using this one for all my cards, I decided to do it with the Stamparados. And the other thing is that I sometimes you might get the image that is not well inked, and so you might want to go back and re-ink and stamp again. So this technique really helps for that. So let me just go ahead and put this one here, and I'm just gonna go and you can use also the little the spots as well. We sell the on ink spot ink pads, the little ones, the mini ones, and you can use those. You can just put whatever ink you want and then use them for that instead of using the larger ones. I honestly always use the large ones, but sometimes I do get the ink all over the place on my plate, which is okay. I can just clean it and be done with it. But see how this one has a little bit of, it's not that clear, which is what I mentioned. It's like I didn't. So let's just do this as well. The only thing is just make sure it is lined up well on your, and hopefully it didn't move. And there you go. And so for whatever reason, I guess I'm not pressing hard enough. So let's just do this again. And again, you just need to make sure this one is on its place. And I'm going to try to push there, because clearly I'm not pushing. Let me just make sure I'm pushing there, because this is where I'm having the issues. Yeah. Let's see. There you go. See that? And so it always helps when you're doing the Stamparados, because you saw me, in this case, I had to go 3 times. Now, honestly, when I stamp with my regular block, sometimes I can control more of the pressure and I don't have that issue. But if I have this issue, then I can use the Stamparados. All right, so let's just go with this. And I'm using also, I don't know if I said that, but this is the Night of Navy. Yeah, Night of Navy. Okay, so let's just start gluing everything. And I'm just going to go ahead and add the adhesive here. And I'm going to line it up here. Like I said, oh. There we go. And like I mentioned, it's going to be large. And see, in this case, I have it larger on both ends. I just need to cut that section. I'll do this in a second. I'm going to go ahead and do exactly the same on this side. So let's just add. Oh, and you know what I forgot? I forgot to add this one here. That's okay. It's okay, because I'll have it here. That's fine. Let's do that. Well, I like to do the white first, then this one, so that this one stays over. But it will be fine. It will be fine. So on this one, I'm just going to be putting it like right on. Is that right? Yeah, so I'm like, am I doing this right? This is the side that I'm showing. Yes. And you can see here, line it up. And again, I know it's going to be over. I'm just going to cut that section. And then I'm going to be adding this one. And I'm going to put it like right there. So that's fine. And you could stamp on this white section, or this could be the part where you just write your message and have nothing else. But if you have like an inside saying that you want to put, you could also stamp this one on this side. And yeah, this one gets covered, so that's okay. And let's just cut out these parts already. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna go ahead and cut out this section. And again, you don't have to do it. You could have also cut your piece at exactly 5.5. But like I said, whenever I am doing the exact measurement, sometimes like if one is longer or anything, you have that little hair and it kind of annoys me. I'll be honest. It does annoy me. So I'm just going to be adding this one like right here now. And look at how beautiful it looks. And definitely the color combination definitely is a great one for guys. Don't you think? And also, as far as the color combinations, I'm actually following the color combinations from the paper pack. So that's another thing that you want to consider. Like, I know this paper didn't have the smoky slate, but the pack itself had it, and it looked really nice. So that's where I decided to go with that. I could, and I don't know if I like it, I could add some of that gray here, but probably not, because I know I'm going to be using this one like right here, have this one popped up, and then have the bow here. And there you have it. See that? So let's just do that. Now for this one, I'm going to be closing it. Mainly because I'm going to be adding on that section. Like here is where I'm going to be adding this. And I'm going to be adding adhesive from this section to this side. So like from here to this side. And a little bit more of up, because I want to be adding, yeah. And let me just make sure, yep, it's not showing up. Now, if it is showing up something there, you could use your adhesive remover and take whatever is showing up. It's not the case for this one, but if you have something like that, you can do so. And then for this one, we're going to be adding dimensionals. So let's just bring the dimensionals here, and I'm running out of dimensionals here. Might need to pick another pack or use whatever I have on this one. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this one like right in the center. And then for this, I could add a little bit of ink, which I probably will do. And this is just my memento, just a little bit. I'm not going to be doing a lot of inking. I just want to not have that white line, just so that it gives a little bit of the shape, if you will, as you put this one on. And you can see it's nothing, I'm not really putting a lot, it's just a little bit. And I could have also used the Night of Navy, but I have here this Dober with the black ink. So, and again, it's just to give it a little bit of shape. But I'm not really doing a lot of distress on it. Of course, you can add as much as you want. I just want something that is really subtle, so that when I add this one, it looks like it is kind of on top. You can see here, and actually I'm going to put it this way. I like it better if this goes this way. See that? And it kind of gives a little bit of the shadow there. Especially because I'm using the same pattern. So I felt like it needed something else. So let's just go ahead and add that one. And so then I'm going to be adding this one right here. And for this one, I'm going to be using the dimensionals, but I'm just going to be adding like on this section because it is popping up a little bit there. All right. So again, super simple cards. The next one, I'm actually very excited because it's kind of like a fun fold, but really easy. So I'm just going to be putting, like on this side, I know I can do more, but on this one, I'm just going to be adding one on this section, just because the other side, gotta be careful because this other side is going to be falling off from the edge of the opening. So let's just do that. So I'm going to be adding this one here. Yep. And there you have it. See that? Oh, these dimensionals. Oh, goodness. All right. So there you have it. So you have it here and it opens this way. And it looks kind of cool, right? So let's go with card number 2. Again, this one was very easy. So for this one, kind of following the same type of deal. I have here a piece that is 1/4 of a sheet. So this one is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I have already pre-embossed as well. And I lost my ruler. And this one is 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 3/4 by 5. And again, I have already pre-embossed with the Dandy Diamonds folder, as you can see here. And I have here, and this is Smoky Slate. Then I have a piece of the Designer Series paper. And again, this is the Well-Suited, is that right? Well-Suited paper. Yeah, Well-Suited Designer Series paper. And it is 2 by, what is this? 4 1/2. Another piece of 2 by 3 3/4 from the same pack. And then I have another bow using the dice, the coordinating dice. And again, this is the suit and tie dice. And I'm using those 2. There is another bow that you can use, but I like this one a lot. So I went with that one. And like I mentioned at the beginning, I'm going to be using also the same die from the So Sweetly Stitched dies. And this is where I'm going to be putting the Happy Birthday. And then I have a piece that is 4 by 10 1/2 of the, of the basic white. And on this one, I'm just going to be folding it in half. Oh my gosh, if I can. Yeah, here it is. And where's my bone folder? I'm telling you, where is the bone folder? I mean, I had it here a minute ago. Here, I'm like, I had it here a minute ago. All right, so I have it like so, and I need to make sure. See, yeah. Okay, much better. Yeah. Okay, so this one is going to go right here in the middle. Okay, as you can see here. So I'm going to be gluing this one right there. And then this is going to go right here. And so my card is going to be opening like so, which I think is really cool. So let's go ahead and glue down this section. All right, and we're going to be lining it up here. There you go. Oh, and I can see I went all over. That's okay. It will be fine. I might just cut here at the very end, or actually, let me just bring my trimmer because I do, yeah, see that? Like I went really on an angle here. So let me just cut a little bit of that because it kind of bugs me before I add anything else. And so you can see how you can be fixing your cards as you go, right? Let me just see. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be cutting this. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. I rather cut little by little than cut a lot and then feel like I did a lot more. There you go. Yeah, so that looks much better. And I don't know what happened with the other piece, but okay. So now I'm going to be adding this one like right here on the center. And I promise you, whoever gets my card will never know that it's a little bit smaller, because it's just really a little bit, right? You saw that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this section here. Then I'm going to be adding this one right there. So we're going to go and add this one right here towards this side. Then this one is going to go here. Oh. And so I'm going to be adding this one right here. And then I'm going to be adding also the sentiment with the stamparados. And you saw how I have it already set up. The big thing with this is that you want to make sure that everything is lined up on that section. And then we're just going to go ahead and ink the sentiment. And I'm just gonna press harder because it seems like last time I was having issues with this side. So yeah, much better. See that? So you have it right there. So this one will go right here. And then let's do real quick this little bow, because I want this one to go right here. And so again, super easy. I feel like with the masculine cards, like I want to keep adding like rhinestones and whatnot, but if it is for a masculine card, I feel like I shouldn't be adding them. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel, yeah, that if it is for a male, I don't want to be adding the ribbons or rhinestones, right? Which that's one of the things that I always like to put. So I try to focus more on the sentiment, and like in this case, I'm using the dice as a way to embellish the card. So here we go. We're going to be adding this one here, and I'm going to be putting this one right there. And I could, oh, I keep doing this, it should be this way. And I think I will be adding a little bit of that, what is this, the twine that we have. So from this suite, there is twine. And I don't know that yeah, let me see. I'm just trying to see here. I don't think I'm following too much on the comments. Somehow it just stay on the, like at the beginning of the comments, but I couldn't see anything else. So I'll go back, by the way. If I don't answer any questions during the live, I'll always go back and look for the comments at the end. Just so don't worry, because I know sometimes I don't see all of the comments, but believe me, I read them all once we are done, and I'll try to answer any questions that you might have. So anyway, so as you can see, I'm just gonna be doing this match. I think like, and let me just see if I want this color or the gray. No, I think gray. No, I think the blue will be nice. And do I want 2 or do I want 3? I'm gonna go with another one. Oh, yeah. All right, so again, yeah. And oh my goodness, let me just do this again. There you go, yeah. So I want them to be together, and then I'm going to be putting them kind of like together. And I'm going to be adding a little bit of, and this is where I just open it up. As you can see here, I just open it up. There you go. Yes, like so. I like that one better. And so it's not a bow, but technically I'm adding something else. Because like I said, I get a little bit, and let me open another pack of the dimensionals. because I always feel like I want a bow or rhinestones or whatnot for my cards. And so I figure something like this will go nice. So let's just go ahead and add for this. I'm going to be adding 5 of these. And let's just oh, like I want it to be straight. There you go. And then for this one, we're gonna go ahead and add again the little glue dots. And I'm gonna be adding this one like right here. And then I'm gonna be adding this one with the what is this? The dimensionals again. Here we go. I'm gonna be adding it like right here. And there you have it. So now this card, like I mentioned, opens like so, which I really like how it does. And again, you can stamp something else here or just use it for writing your message. So definitely, you can see how easy it is with those dies, right? And the last card, it's another of those that it's kind of my favorite. But in this case, I wanted to use the ties. And so let's give you measurements. And so for this one, I have a piece of Night of Navy, and this one is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at half, which is 4 1/4, and I also did one here at 2 1/8, which technically on this one you probably don't even need to do the scorings, to be honest, because it's just half and then the other half, as you can see here. But if you want to do the score lines, this will be at 2 1/8 and then at 4 1/4. All right. Then I have a piece of the Designer Series paper. Again, it's the same one, the Well Suited, and this is 2 by 5 3/8. And so this one will go like right here. It's just going to show a little bit of a border from that blue. And I have here a piece of basic white, and this one is 3 3/4 by 5. Yeah, by 5. And a piece of smoky slate. And this one is, what is this? 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. So it's 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this one is gonna go like so, which is gonna go right here. And I have my sentiment again. This is from the So Sweetly dies. And then I have 3 sets of the ties. Now this one, as you can see, there's 2 little pieces. So on this one, I am cutting this one and this part of the dies. And let's just put together those ties, because this is going to be with the ink. Again, I just want to have a little bit of shadow, because when you put them, they kind of look plain if you don't kind of do the shadowing or the inking. Just because it's the same pattern. So again, I'm not using, or I'm not doing too much. I'm just trying to add a little bit of like an outline. And this is where maybe even if you have the stamp set, might be good also to stamp one of the lines to define it. But like you see, I don't have the coordinated stamp set. And again, I have no clue what I was thinking, or why did I decide to just get the dies and not the stamp set. That's kind of odd with me, because I usually get the bundle. So it might have been a mistake on my end and I don't remember. Because that could easily happen. I actually have it with another set where I got the dies but not the stamp set. And I love the stamp set, so I was very frustrated. So it might have been just an error on my end where I thought I might have added the bundle in my order and end up only with the dies. But on the other hand, quite honestly, I feel like the dies sometimes are the ones that I use the most. I like to embellish my cards, and I feel like having the dice, that always helps. So yeah, to have a man set, absolutely, Suzanne, definitely. I was very excited to see that, and like I said, in my case, when I think of my dad, I always remember him and using suits whenever he was going to work and a tie. So when I saw the set, I was like, this has to be the one, because if I want to send a card to my dad, I feel like this is exactly the one I want to be using for him. So absolutely very excited to have a masculine set for sure. Hopefully it makes it to the big catalog. That way it's available next year as well, and not just during January and June, you know. But see how just a little bit of the ink in it. Again, you can see it's just a little. I'm not really, I'm not going over this side. I'm just trying to cover the white line from the paper, right? And that's it. So let me just go here. We're gonna go ahead and add, for that section, I'm just gonna be adding the glue dots. You could also add the dimensionals as well, if you want to add a little bit of dimension for this little section. But I think I like it better with just the glue dots. There you go. See how nice it looks? And so, and again, that little, I don't know that you can see it, but that little border really helps a lot, just to give more shape to the dies. Let's just see. Here's the other one. And then you can see how I kind of dress it better. I don't know. And then for this one, I'll be honest, this is another one that I was thinking, I guess my OCD, but I make the point to cut this one where the strap was going opposite, just to make sure it kind of notates that it's like when you're making the knot, sometimes they're not going on the same direction. So I made the point to cut it out where it was going the opposite direction. The die for the, so it's not a shirt per se, but you can use the what is this, the pocket, to use the sleeves. And maybe I should do another video where I show how to do the shirt, because I was thinking about that. So this one could be more for the shape of the sleeves. And the cards that I've been seeing really is just like an, I don't know, like cutting in a little bit in an angle, if you will. But there's not really one for just the top of the shirt. It's more to decorate all of this. And there is also this section as well, which I got it here. I was playing with it because I didn't know if I wanted to do one of those. But you can see here, you can add it to your card and add it in either one of these, right? Like if I have my white shirt, and that's the other thing that I remember with my dad. Everything he had, I don't know what it is, what obsession of what, but everything had to be, or all her shirts were white for the suits. There was no other color for him. So of course I was thinking, so see how it would look. And so you could cut a little bit here, like if you put it like right there, you can kind of cut a little bit on this section just on an angle. But you can see how beautiful it looks just right there. Oh, sorry, I'm off camera. You can see how beautiful it looks by itself like that if you want to go that route. Or you can add one of the bows and then add a little bit of these things. These long strips kind of make that, I don't know how they call them. Let me just show you on the catalog what I mean. Like these stripes that sometimes they use to fasten their pants. And you can see how they use on this section the pockets as the sleeves here. So that's how you could do it. But like I said, like really, like I think like this is gonna be one of those really fun dice where you can just get more creative. And again, here's another one that I was cutting. I didn't use in any of my cards. I'm sure I'll be using in another card, because I always like die cutting some pieces and then just play with it. So anyway, so where is this? Yeah, here. So let's start gluing the sentiment. Let's do the sentiment and then we'll glue everything else. So same as with the other ones, I'm going to be using the Stamparatus. And again, I just need to lay it here. And I'm going to bring the stamp set here. And my my ink pad. Now, one thing you gotta be careful, I should say that, is that especially if you're getting a lot of the ink in the edges, when you're pressing, you could get those lines in your die set. So just be careful with that. If it is too much of the ink, just make sure you clean it before you stamp, just so you can get the lines. And we'll see what happens here, because I am pressing, especially on this section, because last time that's where I was getting the little... Hopefully it went through well. Yep, it went well. See that? So I don't have to be re-inking. But you saw the first one, I have to go 3 times with it. So anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and glue everything at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one like right here. And then I'm going to be adding this one to this. And then I'm going to be adding this one right here. And again, for this one, since I want this to open like so, I'm going to be adding just adhesive on this section. So let's just go ahead and add that one, that one, and maybe one more here, just to make sure it's secure. And I'm going to be adding this one right here. And again, if you get any of that adhesive, you can use your adhesive remover. But there you go. And so this one will open like so. I could also add, and I forgot to cut it, but a piece of 3 by 4 1/4 of the Whisper White just to go inside for my sentiment. I'm going to leave it like so. But definitely I will probably do something on that end. And I'm going to be adding this one's here. I felt like it would be nice to have like this one's here, the 3 ties. And for this one, I'm just gonna go with either glue dots or the seal, and then have this one pop up with the dimensional. I'll see how beautiful it looks just with those ties. Seriously, I love these ties a lot. So I'm just gonna be adding, and I'm just gonna go and add another. All right, so I'm just gonna go and put this one. Now I can do section. Same thing with this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and add. And then have glue dots on the top section. And so I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to go ahead and add this one. Oh my gosh. Like right there. Yep. And then let's use the same thing with this one. And have that one, this one, and then this one, and then have this one like right here. And then I'm going to be adding like this one right here. See how beautiful it looks. So now this one I'm going to pop up with the dimensionals. I know I opened a new dimensional pack, so let's just, yeah, here it is. I'm always losing them. There we go. This will add a little bit of dimension to this card. Although those dies looks really nice. And again, at the very beginning I explained how I cut out that one, because the first one I cut out I was not quite happy with it. It kind of looked weird. So look for the way the pattern goes with the die, and you'll see that you get a nice pattern for them. So anyway, we're gonna put it like right here. And there you have it. So here is your card number 3. And so let me just ring them all. And I didn't thought about this, but all of them are kind of fun folds. So definitely really nice, easy cards for the men in your life. I don't know. I like this one a lot, I'll be honest. Although I like this one as well, the last one. So let me know which one is your favorite. I always like to learn which ones are the ones that you like the most. For me, I love the tie so much, because I guess that's what I remember so much of my dad. And then on this one, I love the way this one's open. This is kind of like a different way. But of course, this one also has this, like all of them are kind of like fun folds in a way. So definitely, I love them all. So, yeah, and the other thing is that just play with the patterns, right? One thing there, I pretty much, yes. Oh no, where did I do? I thought I had them, oh, here it is. So play with the patterns. You can see where I did this one on this case, because I definitely needed a lot of them. So you can see where I changed on these, the patterns, right? Like in this case, so I add that one, and then I just use the blue for this to kind of coordinate better, because at the beginning I had the red and I didn't like how it went with red, but I think that you can kind of swap them. And the same thing with this one. Again, I definitely need a lot of the masculine cards, so I was playing with them, but you can see on this one I kind of switched them, and so I used the bow wherever I had that color, then I changed the pattern, same on this one. So you can play with that. And of course that paper has lots of different patterns. So, oh, and also on this one, you can see, this is the one that I was playing with dimensionals, and I like it, but I like it better with the ink and the, rather than the dimensional. So again, it's up to you how you like it. It's just preference. So anyway, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And before I let you go, don't forget that this is the last month where celebration is going on. And if you don't know what that is so for every $50 that you purchase with a Stampin' Up, you get one free item from this catalog. There are a couple of them that are $100, which are at the end of this catalog. You can see it here. So this one is free with $100. Bye, Barbara. And then same with this one. This one is a design series paper, and the stamp set, it is free with $100 order, but the rest is for $50. And there's really nice paper patterns that I've been using a lot in previous Facebook Lives. And there's also some other, I gotta say, sentiments, stamp sets. There's one with the donkeys as well, one with flowers. This one I think is really nice. I didn't pay so much attention at the beginning, but the sentiments on this ones are really well. It is called the Heal Your Heart. And I'll be honest, I'm really loving it. I actually had a friend who lost her dog this week or last week, and I made one card, and I just love the sentiments on this one a lot. One of them says, "I wish I could heal your heart," which I thought that was really, it was a great sentiment for me to send for this friend. And then of course, they're sorry for your loss and thank you, we are in this together. And of course, these little tiny ones I cannot read with the phone in front of my face, but anyway, all of those are really nice. And I thought that we're not doing so much justice to this one because we're not really showcasing it so much. So definitely this one. And then finally, the last thing I want to point out is that during celebration. So it's until this month. When you join my team, you get a free pack, actually 5 free packs with all of these papers. So you get like 200 sheets of paper, and you get it like this. You can see it here. This is the subtles, but you get all the ones in all the collections. So the brights, the subtles, the regals, the neutrals, and then the in colors for the ones that are staying for this year. So you can see you get all of those. So it's a total of 200 sheets of paper. So it's a large stack. And on top of everything else, right? So what it is that you purchase 125, or you select 125 worth of products of Stampin' Up, but you only paid $99. And there's no shipping. So it ends up being a really good deal. There's no obligations. You don't have to be doing classes. You don't have to be doing this as a business if you don't want to. The option is yours. But if you join, you get a 20% discount on all your future purchases. And so definitely, if you're thinking about joining, this is the perfect time. Also, if you have a long wish list of products that you want to get, this is the perfect time to get that started. Because again, you just get $125 worth of those products, but you only pay $99. On top, you get 5 packs of the paper, and that's for free. And then you also get one of the paper pumpkins pass kits for free. That way you can see if you like it and make some of the products from that kit. So anyway, so definitely, if you have any questions, by all means, let me know. I'll be more than happy to welcome you into my group. And again, let me know which ones you like, and I'll see you next Thursday. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate your being with me here. All right, so thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.